You said that you only told him this in response to a question from General Mkhwanazi, correct?
Yes.
What was the question that General Mkhwanazi put to you?
The question was if General Sibiya is collecting money from anyone in Gauteng.
So that question doesn't refer to General Mutsumi. A question to you that
Mr. Mutsumi.
Mr. Mutsumi.
Yes, I was getting to that, yes.
Oh, okay, so I'm sorry, I heard you say that he asked you whether anyone in Gauteng is, okay?
Yes.
That's not a question that says, is Mr. Mutsumi paying General Sibiya?
Of course, yes, yeah.
Okay, so that's not the question then that General Mkhwanazi asked you?
No, he asked me if I know of anyone who General Sibiya, yes, is collecting money from in Gauteng. And then I said, and then the following question was, do I know General, oh, not General, do I know Mr. Steve Mutsumi?
So when General Mkhwanazi said to you, do you know anyone in Gauteng who is paying General Sibiya, did you answer him before he asked you about Mr. Mutsumi, or did he immediately ask you about Mr. Mutsumi?
No, Mr. Mutsumi, it was a follow-up question.
So what was the answer to the first question?
Like the anyone question?
Yes.
Yes.
What was the answer to that question?
I said yes.
And did you then volunteer names, or did he then immediately say, well, what was his next question? Let me not frame the question for you.
Yes, the next question was if Mr. Mutsumi knows Mr. General Sibiya.
Was there no follow-up to your response that General Sibiya was collecting money from people in Gauteng? Did General Mkhwanazi not seek to know who he was collecting money from?
Yes, he did.
And did you give him the names?
Not the names. This is where I said I do not want to incriminate myself.
So we already have an answer from you that it wasn't you that was giving money to Mr. Sibiya, to General Sibiya, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And you said he was being paid by others, right? So now General Mkhwanazi brings in Mr. Mutsumi. He's the one who introduced the name Mr. Mutsumi, right?
Yes.
And did he ask you whether Mr. Mutsumi pays General Sibiya?
Yes, I think he did, yes.
And what was your answer to that?
These are the answers that I said I do not want to incriminate myself.
I need to understand how answering that question will incriminate yourself, because that's why I took you back to your earlier answer where you said you yourself did not make any payments to General Sibiya. So how will you incriminate yourself by saying that this person paid General Sibiya? I need to understand that because it doesn't seem to follow for me.
I explained earlier that I have a trial and then I have a case to answer. And then these specific questions that you're asking me now, these are part of the heart of my trial, of my case.
Sorry,
Chairperson, that relates directly to the issues under PRECA. PRECA is quite clear about that, and I can understand why he then says he doesn't want to answer.
just a moment. Which case is this? Because I had understood that the case in Johannesburg is an attempted murder and weapons and conspiracy related to that murder.
Okay, Commissioner, let me just clarify, because I see we didn't even have a chance to clarify that. This very same case of attempted murder, I have a plan, not a plan, there is a strategy that we need to present in court, that how did I end up being arrested. So part of my presentation, it includes my interaction with General Mkhwanazi in his apartment. And then it includes the very same topic that we're engaging in now. And then, because something along my discussion with General Mkhwanazi went wrong, or someone whispered something in, so I just don't want to go there, because now I'm saying things that I don't want to say. But I want to clarify some other things in court, that how did I end up being arrested. It's because of this very same topic that we're discussing now.
So you intend to challenge your arrest?
Yes. Yes, I do.
And because you intend to challenge your arrest, you're not prepared to answer questions about the discussions that took place on the 14th of April 2024?
Not only to challenge my arrest, the build-up of my case, that how did I end up to be where I am now? Where did it start? If it wasn't for this kind of engagements and topics, I wouldn't be where I am now. So this is very important to me, because if I say it now, I might as so then I wouldn't even have a place to start to present my case in court.
I must say I have serious difficulty with that, because you told us here that when you first met General Mkhwanazi that very same day, he told you that there's already a warrant for your arrest in relation to that case. That's how I understood your evidence.
Yes. But that warrant has been standing, and then I don't know if maybe I can submit in private, because doing this now is not going to be fair on me, but I can submit it before the end of today now, just for me to explain this. I need to go to the case. There's no other way. I just need to make you understand why I'm saying I want to challenge the build-up of my case, how I ended up being arrested. Yes, I'm facing an attempted murder charge, but even that said warrant, it's been standing, and for it to be where it is now, I think for me to prove it is just to submit to you. And then you can see it for yourself and judge it that, okay, this is where he's going with this thing. But for me to say it now, it will unfortunately spoil my case.
Subject to a further explanation by you, Mr. Matlala, I fail to understand how telling us who the Gauteng people, excluding you, because you said you did not pay General Sibiya, how telling us who the Gauteng people from whom General Sibiya received or receives money, how that's going to impact your case adversely, I do not understand. And again, let me up front say I'm inclined to rule that you must answer the question. But as I said at the beginning, this is subject to any further explanation you may give. This is only about you to the extent that it's you who's going to answer the question, and who answered the question in response to General Mkhwanazi. But for that, it's not about you. It is about those people that you said, I assume you did say, General Sibiya was receiving money from. It's about them, not about you. So subject to a cogent explanation by you, I do not understand the point you are making. So I do afford you a further opportunity perhaps to explain in the light of what I've just said.
Thank you, Chair. The first thing is there are no other names. The person who was just mentioned, it was only Mr. Mutsumi and General Sibiya. But he said people in Gauteng, but he didn't mention any names except the name of Mr. Mutsumi and General Sibiya. So I cannot give names that I don't know, except the name of Mr. Mutsumi and General Sibiya.
So you did not give General Mkhwanazi any name?
No, no.
But your answer was, your response was in the positive. You said, yes, General Mkhwanazi does receive payments or collect money from people plural in Gauteng. Sibiya, General Sibiya. You said that already in response to Ms. Hassim.
In plural.
So it's those names that I'm asking for.
No, I don't think, maybe you heard wrong. I never said in plural. The names that were mentioned, it was only Mr. Mutsumi and General Sibiya, only, right. Not in plural.
Oh, then I misunderstood.
But it still doesn't answer my question, which is, did Mr. Mutsumi pay General Sibiya?
I don't know.
Okay. Now, on your on that same paragraph, where General Mkhwanazi talks about Steve Mutsumi and he says you told him how Sibiya is collecting money. So you're saying that you did not say this. You're therefore disputing what General Mkhwanazi said in this, in Parliament. Because what he's saying is that he told me about Steve Mutsumi, gave me the address of Steve Mutsumi, told me about the activities of Sibiya, how Sibiya is collecting money, etc. So now you're saying you don't know, but that contradicts what General Mkhwanazi says here, which is that you said how Sibiya is collecting money. So it's one of two things. Either you don't know, and that stands, whether Mr. Mutsumi is, but then it raises the chair's question again, which is that there's somebody else then who makes payments to General Sibiya. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand, but okay, sorry.
No, go ahead.
If there is someone, then I wouldn't know. So the first thing is that I need to bring to attention is General Mkhwanazi himself already had information. So he was just asking me if I know about what he knows. So it's not like I went there because of my tendered complaints. So then he asked me about these things. So
when he says that you told him how Sibiya is collecting money, that's not correct. You did not tell him that.
no, I said to you that for that I do not want to incriminate myself and I do not want to comment on that.
Okay. So you're saying you don't know whether he received money from Mr. Mutsumi, he received money from others, that you know, but you don't want to name them. That's your position.
Yes.
And I need to ask you then, because it's the same reasoning that applies to the question on Mr. Mutsumi. Why would telling this commission who the other people are that pay Mr. Sibiya would incriminate you? Why would that incriminate you?
Maybe when I'm saying incriminating, I'm using the wrong word. I'm basing this on, again, my case in court. So maybe incriminating is not the right word that I'm using. Because I'm repeating again that I still have a case to present in court. So I'm already saying a lot here, than meaning that at least leave me with half. I can go to court with half. So don't take everything. So because now you want me to disclose everything here, and then I'll be left with nothing. Just don't strip me naked, please.
Chairperson,
I understand what your position is. You, on this line of questions, you're not claiming a privilege against self-incrimination. You are refusing to answer the question because you say it will compromise your defense strategy. Am I correct? That's the position you've adopted.
Yes, you're correct.
Thank you.
I want to say this. The case you have to defend yourself against is an attempted murder case. My take from what you are saying is that you don't want to incriminate other people. And that's the real reason why you don't want to answer that question.
Can I comment on that, Commissioner? You still don't take it that when I say the way I ended up being arrested, it has to do with my interactions with General Mkhwanazi.
I'm prepared to accept that. The question now is, who are the other people that were paying General Sibiya? Or who did you tell General Mkhwanazi that other people are paying money to General Sibiya? And that's the question you're refusing to answer. And you say, yes, there are, but I don't want to mention. And that's why I'm saying my takeaway from that is, the issue is not you incriminating yourself. You've already admitted that to Commissioner Baloyi. The issue seems to me is you don't want to criminate those people that you know are allegedly giving money to General Sibiya. That's how I see it. And I don't speak for my co-commissioners. I'm speaking only for myself.
You are speaking for me because that's exactly the point the last point I engaged Mr. Matlala on. I even said, this is only about you because the answer came from you, but otherwise it's not about you, it's about those other people. So whatever the right that you are asserting may be simply does not make sense in this context. Ms. Vanderheefer, let me give you an opportunity.
I'm trying to find
Yes.
a practical solution here for this issue because I don't want us... In his evidence under oath during the ad hoc committee, when he gave evidence, Gerald Kwanazi on this very day or the next day said he recorded the whole interaction between himself and Mr. Matlala. Maybe I can ask that that be disclosed to us. That would make it very easy for us to deal with the issues. I'm sure that that evidence must be available, and I can take my client through it and we can deal with it then before yourselves. No. That's a very simple answer. You've got,
No, Ms. van den Heever, no. The witness can say that if he wants to, and he will be engaged about that kind of response. In fact, it has happened where he has referred us to other people and he was told why that was inappropriate or that doesn't help the questions that are being asked. You let the witness answer questions, please. This is not an objection. You are not objecting.
I'm not answering for him.
And you're not arguing a point, but you've answered the question for him. I suggest you let me. I think Mr. Matlala has shown to be competent. He understands the questions. I said earlier, and I meant it when I said, I assume that his legal representatives have advised him about what he can do, what defenses he can take. But I think, let him answer the questions, please.
Matlala, you heard me, that my takeaway from all of this is that your concern is not the worry that you'll implicate yourself. Your concern is the worry that you will implicate those people that you told General Mkhwanazi that General Sibiya is collecting money from. And that's your real reason for not wanting to answer this question.
No, that's not the real reason, Commissioner. I already said that I do not know if Mr. Mutomi was giving General Sibiya money. So I cannot say something that I do not know. So what I said I know is that, yes, other people which I cannot name people that I do not know. But I will know the facts, yes. But maybe the question that you're supposed to ask me is, how do I know that?
Maybe then, because you've just said now, I know that he's collecting money, but I don't know the people he's collecting money from. Did I understand you correctly?
Yes.
And then you said, maybe if I ask you, how do you know those facts, then you will be able to elaborate.
Yes, not the names of the people.
No, I'm past that. Money. You said you don't know the names,
yes.
But you are able to elaborate if I ask you, how do you know that?
Yes.
Yes, so I'm giving you the opportunity.
So you want me to mention the name?
You said you don't know the names, but you know the names and you are able to elaborate. So I'm giving you the opportunity to elaborate.
Okay. From a third person, not from him directly.
What from a third person?
Come again?
You say from a third person, but not him directly.
Yes.
What did you hear from a third person and not him directly?
I heard him saying that he went to collect money.
Who?
I'm saying I heard the third person saying that he went to collect money.
Who went to collect money?
Is the third person that is saying I'm not willing to mention his name.
So the third person, you heard a third person say that third person went to collect money, or did you hear from the third person that General Sibiya went to collect money?
Yes.
I think that's what we're seeking to clarify. Is it the second one?
Yes.
A third person told you, or you heard from a third person, that General Sibiya went to collect money?
The third person told me.
Yes.
Yes.
That General Sibiya collected money?
Yes.
All right.
From the third person, from that third person? General Sibiya went to collect money. This you are told by a third person. Did General Sibiya collect the money from that person, that third person, or from some other person?
No, that person, I will say maybe he was, how can I put it? What can I say? Someone, a middleman. I don't know how to mention it.
Did you say a middleman?
Yeah, let me say a middleman, yes.
They were a conduit of money.
Come again?
That third person was a conduit of money between General Sibiya and somebody else.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying? Thank you.
And the somebody else, do you know who that somebody else is?
Yes, I know.
And who is that person?
It's Agent Ngosi.
Sergeant Nkosi.
Yes.
I just want to be clear. Are you saying that Sergeant Nkosi is the middleman, or that Sergeant Nkosi is the one who's making payments?
No, I said the middleman.
The middleman. Okay. My question was actually, who is making the payment through Sergeant Nkosi?
Yes, I said I don't know.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that answer? Because it seems inconsistent with what you've been saying earlier. Because we've been going around this issue about other people making payments. And my understanding is that earlier you said you were aware of other people who made payments, but you did not want to mention their names. So you're saying now that you don't know the person who made the payment, but you know that the payment conduit was Sergeant Nkosi.
Yes, I said I did not want to mention his name, but now you said I have to mention the name, so I just did.
Okay. But you don't know who Sergeant Nkosi is paying the money on behalf of?
Yes, I said I don't know
You
that.
don't know. I'm going to move off that particular line of questioning, Commissioners, unless you have anything. But not off the issue entirely, because the question of the attempted murder charge, you say that the developments of that case have got to do with this interaction that you had with General Mkhwanazi, if I understood you correctly, that this meeting,
Yes.
you think, sparked a campaign against you, in other words.
Yes.
And you say, and why is it that you say that, first of all? Why do you say that?
Because I just found out after that he even mentioned it that I think he was in, I don't know whether it was IDOC or here the committee, that after I left his place, I went to, I don't know to who, and then I spoke about my meeting with him.
Oh, I see. So it wasn't actually this meeting then, it was your evidence in ad hoc.
Not my evidence. I'm saying I don't remember whether he gave evidence in IDOC or here, but there's somewhere where I read in this, I think it's IDOC, yes, where he said after I left his place, he heard, I don't know from who, that I was telling, I don't know who, but because he didn't mention names, that I've mentioned my meeting, the meeting that I had with him, and then I twisted the story. So I think, I don't know, but I'm just now assuming that I'm thinking that there's someone who told him something which is not what I think, but I didn't get an opportunity anyway to explain that to him. But obviously someone told him something which is different from what I know.
Okay. And you say he said this when he was
I
giving
think
evidence?
that's at a committee, yes.
I think I might be able to find the reference. Give me a moment, please.